Our celebrations are now changing due to COVID-19. So many things for family and friends to navigate in the middle of this crisis. And joining us now on the Oakland County MegaCast, we're happy to welcome back Stacy Amey. She's the Etiquette Guru here on the MegaCast. Thank you for being with us again.
Good morning.
So this is going to be a Christmas like Christmases that we have not had before. And while the warning is out there, the officials, the CDC, the health officials are telling us not to gather. What do you think is going to happen this year? What about family members that some are going to go ahead and ignore those rules and those regulations and get together? How do you bow out if you're not comfortable going to a family celebration?
I think the biggest thing is to realize that holidays can be stressful under normal conditions. So keep in mind that it's okay to miss a year if you're keeping the big picture in mind, which is to be able to celebrate with everyone for more years to come. Definitely skipping if you're not feeling well, but if you are going to socialize, you'll want to practice the big three that everyone keeps saying. So distancing, mask wearing, and frequent hand washing.
So everyone's doing Zoom right now. Is there Zoom etiquette out there? Rules that we should be following?
There is, and that's actually, I was going to say, that's a nice suggestion. Obviously, the most protective thing we can do this year is to try to participate in holiday alternatives. So people are doing family Zoom calls, gathering outside, weather permitting, and I've heard of people planning distanced garage parties. But if you are on Zoom, you just want to try to treat it like you are in person, preparing in advance if it's a more formal situation, being in a quiet spot with minimal background noises, no eating, drinking, or smoking. You're really on display when you're only showing your face. So the littlest thing is quite distracting. But if you are with your family, or even, I want to make this point too, if you are in a business situation, don't sweat the small stuff. You are at home. So if a kid runs by or a baby cries, the dog barks, no big deal. So don't worry about that, but try your best, but enjoy your family. And there's a little more relaxation that can go on, I think, if you're having one of those family Zoom celebrations.
With that, the family Zoom celebrations, when you bring people together, and some know technology, others don't know technology, there could be a little bit of frustration going on there and boiling up as well. Any advice to people trying to do some of these family virtual meetings?
Yeah, just relax and be patient with people, enjoy them. This whole experience has been tremendously stressful for people. So just continue to be respectful of everybody, and whatever you're deciding is right for you and your family, know that everyone has different opinions, fears, concerns going on this year. People are still at opposite ends of the spectrum. So for safety's sake, if you are in person and you're a mask believer, give the non-mask wearers their space. Just the thing about etiquette is about being well-mannered, is making others feel comfortable. And so whatever you can do to accomplish that. If you are hosting a gathering, communicate your wishes to your guests beforehand so there's no uncomfortable misunderstandings. If you are going to be a guest, then seek out your host and ask them what their expectations are. And of course, for any celebration, whether you're at home or in person, the basics haven't changed. So dress up, be on time, and have nice, positive conversations.
One thing we are seeing, not only a change in our holiday family celebrations, but also the office work party. Many of them have gone virtual. What should people be doing? Because this is going to be a big week, I think, for a lot of these work parties.
For work parties, you definitely want to mind yourself. I always suggest don't get drunk. You want to still maintain your poise there. And again, with what you're doing on camera, be mindful of it. So not smoking. And again, you don't want to present yourself in an, just don't get drunk. That's all I can say.
Being virtual, there are still some rules to be playing along with that. And I will say too, I think sometimes people get so comfortable, they forget to look at what's in their background of their Zoom calls.
Yes, I agree. Just really try to prepare beforehand and pay attention to what others will be seeing. And if you can, look at your own reflection in your Zoom meeting, and that will give you a heads up as to things you want to eliminate behind you.
So we've been talking about this for several months now, but it's still a topic I think that needs to be covered when it comes to our mask. What is the etiquette around mask wearing? And if we see someone in public, should we say something or just turn away?
My feeling on that is it's not your place to school someone on that. We've been going through this, like you said, for many months. They know the right way to wear them. I guess it bears repeating. It should be covering your nose and your mouth, and always on when you're around other people. It's just, if I may, I have a little acronym. Maybe you remember last time. Do you remember Super Murray?
Yes,
From
yes.
last time. And also, I just want to show this. I'm so proud. I've cranked out 2 more issues since I spoke with you guys the last time. Super Murray has a little acronym. It's his holiday sweet dreams. So would you like to hear it? Can I run through that, and that might be helpful?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. So dreams, the D is distance yourself. R, respect one another and the rules of people's homes, what they're doing there. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to let your wishes known. The E stands for eat and enjoy, and then mask up again. A, almost there, hopefully, so we need to stay diligent. The M, mask wearing. It's the polite thing to do. Considering this virus is still killing people, it's kind of a no-brainer. You're not only protecting yourself, and even if you don't think you need protection, you are protecting others by, I said it last time, keeping your germs to yourself. And the S stands for sanitize your surfaces and use soap and warm water when you're washing your hands. And again, doing that frequently, always before you go to eat something though.
Stacy Amey with us here on the Oakland County Megacast. And along with that, you are also a nurse.
Yes.
So are you back in the hospital right now?
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what that is like for you and your team members?
Sure. It is stressful, obviously. We're very careful and we are very diligent. And even there too, there is a big range of people's opinions on all of this. So I feel like we are very good at being respectful towards one another, giving people space when they seem like they want it. I think nurses are very good at reading people. So if you can see if someone's getting stressed looking because you're closing in on their space, and that give people space. You can speak louder and that's okay, but yes, of course it's very stressful there, but we're keeping it together and we're just continuing on, and we are staying diligent and trying to do the right things for people.
Well, I know that we all say thank you to you and all of those working on the front lines for the sacrifice that you're making to protect all of us and to help us survive this pandemic as well. Whenever you get together with friends or family right now, even if it is over a Zoom call, the conversation seems to be swinging now towards the discussion on the vaccine. So we're over the election. We have that hopefully somewhat behind us right now. But now it seems that conversation is always coming back to COVID-19, the restrictions, and the vaccine. How should people handle those conversations?
Again, being respectful and knowing that people have their own opinions on this. It's, yes, a new hot topic, and again, a big range of what people think is the right thing. And their own opinions, and just try not to argue with people. You have your own opinion, you know what's right for you, and that's really all you need to worry about right now.
How do you like untangle yourself from some of these conversations when you have an individual that even though you express or you try to change the subject, they continue on? So how do you break away from that conversation and still be polite about it?
I just try to keep my words brief. I'm kind of a no nonsense person when I'm practicing at work, and I mean, if people keep pushing it, you know, you can always just excuse yourself and step away, make an excuse. I need to use the restroom or what have you. But I feel like if, you know, you're just going to provoke people, you can tell in any conversation. If you aren't seeing eye to eye with someone, you just try to leave it alone. And, you know, or you can always say the proverbial, we can agree to disagree, and smile and still be friendly. And just, you know that people have their own opinions and you have yours, and that's okay. You can just agree to disagree.
Stacy Amey with us here on the Oakland County MegaCast. She's the etiquette guru. Stacy, how'd you get into this?
I got into all of this because of my own daughters. Way back when, I've been doing this 12, 13 years now. I wanted certain things for them in life, and I tried to find classes and material for them, and there was nothing. So I started doing research on my own. I became certified in children's etiquette, and a couple of years later in teen etiquette, and wrote all my own material that I thought was pertinent to what I wanted for them. And this is kind of funny, but selfishly, initially, when I started doing community center classes, I decided, well, I'll just take my girls with me and really drive it home for them and make them hear it over and over, because some of the skills, like the dining etiquette, you need to practice. And so that's how it all started for me, and it just took off, and it's been such a wonderful blessing. And now that I'm doing the Murray Mag, I mean, I decided early on, I don't know where I'm going with this. I believe it will reveal itself to me, and it continues to do that. So, and Murray Mag, certainly, that's been hugely wonderful just for me personally, as a nice distraction going through these last several months. So, you know, and it's so much fun, and the information that I want the kids to receive, it's so important to me. It's from my heart, and I have so many great contributors, just highly educated people that have shared all this information for kids to be healthy and to thrive moving forward in life. And two, I hear that kids are so sick of the Zoom situation that, you know, maybe parents want to consider giving them something paper to look at instead of a screen. And I always encourage parents, grandparents, sit with the kids, read through the things with them. I purposely put a little bit higher vocabulary in this so kids will approach their parents or grandparents for help on concepts and words and things like that.
So how are you managing your business during the pandemic? Are you still offering classes?
I am offering classes. We did kind of easily transition to a Zoom situation. I wouldn't say it's thriving. I think that people are sick of it. But I have a teacher, Wendy Capusta. She's wonderful. And we have done in-person classes, and those have been so wonderful. Wearing masks, everybody, people are taking their temperature beforehand. So it's been a very safe feeling situation. And I definitely prefer the in-person to the Zoom. It's that type of material. It's hands-on.
So what's the best age of a parent is interested in getting their kid into some of these classes or your classes? What is the best age for them to do so?
I say start young. As I said, in living with my daughters, and I can see that they need practice, the younger, the better. I have Etiquette 101 for children 6 to 12, and then I have teen etiquette and adult etiquette. But the 6-year-olds material, really the basics and the dining etiquette and the poise, it doesn't change. So the sooner they learn how to command these skills, the better their life is going to be, because definitely your good manners matter in life.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, how has it changed through the decades? What are you seeing as, what is proper, what is not, how it's changing as the world change, especially with around technology?
Right. So things are ever evolving as far as technology goes. I would say things haven't changed tremendously, except for maybe some practices that are considered our norms these days. Those things have just evolved into other things, but the basics are still the same, and just learning those basics, and of course the dining etiquette, it just is what it is. You want to be mindful of, of course, just running through some quick dining etiquette, especially around the holidays, washing your hands each and every time before you eat something, warm soapy water, watching your poise at the table around holidays especially. I mean, we have these special days during the year, so we should treat them as such. Sitting up straight, being still, keeping your napkin on your lap, keeping your arms and hands in your lap or at your sides if you're not eating. If you're only eating with one hand, your other hand should be in your lap. Passing your serving dishes to the right, and proper utensil use. And if people don't know what that means and they want to learn, please contact me for a class or purchase some instructional books and a DVD from my website. I'm theetiquetteguru.com or theetiquetteguru@yahoo.com for that.
Stacy Amey with us here on the Oakland County MegaCast. Just another minute or two here with you on the show. Anything we didn't ask that you want to fill in for our listeners and viewers at this time?
There is one thing, or a couple of things. Please, everybody, if you are able to support your local businesses during this holiday or during this pandemic. The restaurants really need our help right now. If you can order takeout from them and support your local etiquette business and order Murray Mag, I promise you, you will love it and your kids will like it and be entertained and learn so much. It's kind of a kid handbook. Each and every issue builds on itself. And just the only thing, use your Super Murray, which is basically what's good and right within each of us. And we can knock this COVID thing out. Show your best manners, stay alert and aware and observant to others and their wishes, and just prove once again that using our Super Murray manners equals victory. We're gonna get there.
We are going to get there. Hope is on the horizon.
It is.
Well, Stacy, Amey, thank you so much for taking time out of your Wednesday to be with us here on the
Thank
Oakland
you
County
so much.
MegaCast.
Happy holidays, everybody.